What's up, my nerds? It's your boy Chico, and it's the best day of the fucking week. That's right, it's New Comic Book Day. Let's get down to it, because we got a fat fucking stack today. Let's get into it. First up, from the House of Ideas, we got Spider-Man Reign 2. They had the conclusion to this great story, which was basically The Dark Knight Rises mixed with The Matrix. Great storyline. Ended off in a bittersweet moment. Wasn't as dark as it looked like it was leading up to. Peter got some redemption. We got a really cool moment with Miles and the new Black Cat, which was a cool little fan service to all our folks that were shipping Miles and Gwen. If you know, you know. Spoiler alert. But all in all, awesome issue. Speaking of the Black Cat, introduction to Black Cat 2.0 and the Ultimate Spider-Man. With Black Cat 2.0 taking over for her dad, we had a lot of fun moments with Peter, aka Spider-Man. A lot of familiar quips as he took on. Jeez, I'm already forgetting. I read the damn issue just 2 days ago, and I just forgot who he fought in the issue. But it was a great issue. We had some fill-in arts from Messina, as Chichetto took a break. But yeah, so Peter takes on the Mr. Negative and his crew. Get some pretty funny banter with Otto. Actually, now that it's all coming back to me, really fun banter with Mary Jane. They've always been written as pretty seductive with one another. They've always had a very flirtatious relationship, if to say the least, very seductive. Also get some drops as Ben already knowing who he is and his alternate identity, which was pretty cool. A lot of revelations in here. Another fun issue. This just keeps on getting better and better. Also from the House of Ideas, Exceptional X-Men number 3. This is my number 2 X book right now. Uncanny X-Men keeps leading the way, but this has been fun. Primarily because of Emma and Kitty's relationship, which is pretty damn familiar to their banter in the astonishing X-Men run with Joss Whedon and the late John Cassidy. But this has been a real fun book, not only between them, but the new group of kids that they're leading the way. I feel like this is going to be the book to watch. It really is. So take my word for it. I went with this cover, honestly, because it was the only one that was left on the rack. And that's because, it's part of my pull list, but yeah. This is on the pull list for sure. I went with this cover because it's fire. It's fire. Pick it up, folks. It's gonna be it's it. The dialogue, the art, everything about this book is fuego. From the DC front, Plastic Man No More. The first 2 issues were great. I'll be honest, I haven't read number 3 yet. I had a lot of books this week. Not a lot of time though. The first 2 have been great from the DC label, Black Label. Finally giving Plastic Man his time to shine in a very intriguing way. I'll be reading this over the weekend and probably give a proper review later on, but good shit right here. Real good shit. Continue to lead the way. If you're looking for a fun Batman book, not as dark, just going back to the old ways, Batman and Robin Year One is the title to go with for Mark Waid and Chris Samnee. Chris Samnee is a fantastic artist and one of my inspirations, to be quite honest. Mark Waid just writes a fun Bruce and Dick as they continue to take Two-Face head on. But honestly, it's more about the rapport that Bruce and Dick are starting to build as they're taking on this new relationship, both in and out of the suit. And their antics in and out of the suit are just fun. An adolescent Dick is just hilarious. Bruce becoming a new father figure. It's fun. Check it out. It really is just a lighthearted book with fantastic art. Good way. And also from DC, Milestone, Shadow Cabinet. I haven't had a chance to look through this. I picked it up for the Sean Murphy cover. I am a huge fan of his. I always have been. But not only that, it's good to have some diversity back on the shelves, right? And Milestone is one of those forefront uh, properties that just led the way with Static X, Hardware, the Blood Syndicate. They've always been great, and I'm glad that they're getting back into the groove of things, right, over the past few years. So I'm back. I'm glad they're back at the forefront, and I'm here to support that in any which way I can, for sure. But definitely can't wait to pry this open and see what's inside this. So I had to scoop this up for sure. Minor Arcana, number 3 from Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire just writes a great book. I haven't had a chance to go into number 3 yet. It's on my pile to read over the weekend. Issue 3, for sure. First 2 issues were pretty weird, as Jeff Lemire writes. I mean, that's just him, right? Intriguing, fuck with your head kind of shit. Can't wait to read that one. Had a couple from Dynamite. First up, Space Ghost. Fun, pulp, action book. It is what it is, right? It's Space Ghost, coast to coast. Jay Lee cover. Love Jay Lee. But Space Ghost has been fun. I continue to ride this wave and just pick up on the action and the adventure that is the pulp action that is Space Ghost. I'm still into it. I'm still digging it. It's still a lot of fun, as is Thundercats. Diving more into Slithe here and his backstory. I love that we're getting some more lore and more expansion regarding all these familiar characters and all these background characters, especially Slithe, who is always just a henchman, not no more, not no mo. Spoiler alert, we get some info regarding his son, who he thought was dead, right? But not only that, just again, more backstory regarding who Slithe was, who he is, and what he's going to be. Like, we're building some foundation here. Some big battles ahead of us. Great, great book. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I didn't drop that. Rat City, y'all. I went with this cover by Monk. I've been following this dude on the gram for a hot minute. Love his art and style. Shout out to Monk. This book is basically Spawn 2099. I keep saying that because that's what it is. It's all the familiar vibes of Spawn from day one, but just updated with great art, great storytelling, all the traditional themes. Dig it. I'm loving what they're doing with this title. This is just awesome. It's that shit. It's that gas, man. It's all fucking gas. Pick this shit up. It's a lot of fun. I'm loving the hell out of this title. I'm glad I'm sticking to it. Rockefellers. I keep saying Rockefeller. I'm sorry. I'm going back to those Jay-Z days, right? Rockefellers. Francis Monopole and Peter Tomasi. Haven't read this yet. I read a preview for it a while back from Ghost Machine. Basically, like Challengers meets Fantastic Four. Francis Monopole's art style has just been evolving on the daily, really. I went with the Ivan Reis cover. Because he's an influence of mine as well, along with Francis. Can't wait to read this. I'm looking for a fun adventure book, and I feel like this is what it's going to be, just from the preview that I read alone. Fantastic book. Ghost Machine's putting out some great properties between Geiger, which is another one of my favorites. I'm ready to add this to the pull list. Looking forward to this read. This is on my to-do list. The Moon is Following. Such a beautiful book. I'm really happy that the boys over at Hall of Justice recommended this to me. I don't know how I missed this. Dana Warren Johnson is one of my favorites. Riley Rosmo is one of my faves. This is such a beautiful book of two parents just doing their most to save their child in such a creative fucking way. Such a great book. Recommend this. Pick it up while you can, because it is just, it's gas, man. It's gas. Great book. And Stand Still. Again, one of those that slipped past me somehow. I love Andrew Robson. His art has just been one of my favorites for years. Went back and picked up the back issues of the first 3 issues. Haven't read them yet. It's going to be a binge read for me, but I made sure to pick up issue 4 while I could, as soon as I could, so I could add that to the read pile. But all of these are definitely some great picks. At least I think so. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think down below. Like, follow, share, and subscribe, of course. And just remember, appreciate you.